Greetings, Hive fans. Welcome to another video where I help you play Hive like a champion. This is game 3 of the match, the round of 16 knockout round match of the 2025 Hive Online World Championship between Ben Harris, current world champion, playing under the name Suprisefish, against Ben Nanda, playing under the name rizeagain. This is game 3. The score stands after 2 games, 1.5 to 1/2, with world champion Suprisefish leading and playing white. So if white wins this game, white will win the match. So let's see what happens. Suprisefish opens with a ladybug, which is not a surprise at all. Ladybug, ladybug. And this is very interesting. It's very similar to the opening in the previous game, which there will be a link right over there to the video for the previous game. Again, rizeagain plays the snail opening, and again, the white mosquito pins. Slight change here. Black brought in an ant rather than warping the white mosquito. And then white brought in a beetle. And bear with me 1 second. I am going to go log out of Discord because I don't want to hear the noises coming from Discord. Finally, the mosquito warps the black mosquito warps the white mosquito over. And the white beetle climbs up. White mosquito pins the black ant, and the black beetle comes in. Now, what's interesting is how similar the positions are between this game and the last game. Here's the position from the last game after 24 moves in that game. And here's the position in this game. So as you can see, they're very, very, very similar. Not exactly the same, but very similar. So that's one of the things that good players are always looking for, is how can they set things up that will be advantageous to them. If it's not an advantageous setup currently, can they change the shape of the hive to make it into an advantageous situation? So obviously rizeagain had seen something in that previous game and was hoping to have a very similar situation, hopefully with a different outcome from rizeagain's standpoint. So very, very similar to the previous game. White spider comes in, which sets this up as pin proof so that the white ant can come in. Black can't pin the white ant, but can block it. So it sets up the block so the white ant cannot escape. White grasshopper does a pin replacement, but the defending black spider immediately pins the white ant. Anytime you can force your opponent's mosquito to pin something other than an ant or a beetle, in this case it pinned a spider, so now it only has spider movement. Now what's interesting is white is threatening to warp the bug in. If black did not have a bug with an angle of attack to take the kill shot, that would be a good idea. But because the black grasshopper is free, that stops the pill bug spider combination from potentially freeing the white queen. But white is intent on escaping with the ant, and then pinning the mosquito. Same scenario again. Now, if the white grasshopper jumps in, the black spider has an angle of attack. So black is keeping up this pressure, not allowing the white queen to escape. But the white ladybug is able to jump out, freeing the white ant. And finally, white can jump in. This is an interesting question. Is this a self-setup shot? Not really, because black doesn't have a bug to take the kill shot with. But it does fill the penultimate spot around the white queen, which would potentially allow the white queen to escape. So the black grasshopper has to jump out of a kill spot to keep the white queen in place. And finally, the white beetle comes in. Rather than covering the mosquito, the white beetle moves over, keeping the black ant blocked in. And finally, the mosquito is able to cover the ant. The black beetle is moving forward. So black does have one bug in reserve, so white has to be a little bit careful here, but not a huge danger. Final black bug comes in here. Now the threat is to jump, but there's no bug to take the kill shot. Black warps the queen away when there's a threat, and the white beetle covers it to anchor it down. Black forms a ring, but there's no danger. The white grasshopper immediately breaks it. White grasshopper jumping out, what it does also is not only does it break the ring, but it now anchors down that black ant, so the white mosquito is now free to move forward. Now this is interesting because black repeats moves, which is essentially either a direct offer of a draw or a potential draw, but white sees through that and doesn't want to end in a draw. White attacks, forces the black ant to move out, and then when the white ant moves in, it's very interesting because the black pill bug is completely surrounded and nothing can stop one of the white bugs from jumping down and taking the kill shot. So congratulations to world champion Ben Harris, aka Surprise Fish, for winning game 3 in their match, taking the match 2.5 to a half. Congratulations to Ben Nanda, aka rizeagain, for an excellent tournament. Look forward to seeing next year how he does. Last year he was in the final 8. This year he did make it to the knockout round, but got randomly matched up against world champion Ben Harris in the first round of the knockout rounds. So that's the first match in the round of 16. World champion surprise fish moves on to the quarterfinals. So as always, I am here helping you play Hive like a champion. Until next time, this is Randy Ingersoll signing off.